I'm at Olive Rec, short for Olive Recreation Center. I don't know if it has a different name now or not. That's what we always called it. That's what it was called. I'm on the back side because this is a better place to park back here. But I figured while I'm back here, I'll talk about a couple stories from back here. So that playground used to never be there. This is like, 40 something years ago. We used to all play back here. There was this was a bigger park. This all used to be a big parking lot right here, and trees and bushes and stuff. We used to hide in the bushes and pick the little berries off and throw them at the cars because everybody's parents used to drop them off here. We got dropped off here. We were like 8, 9 years old whenever we were over here all day, every day, playing with all the other kids who were also here all day, every day because our parents weren't around. So my mom used to bring us here and we'd do the activities and stuff. One time while we were back here, there was a bunch of movie trucks here. Keep in mind, this was all a big parking lot right here. And there were a bunch of movie trucks and stuff, catering trucks, and we would climb up in trees and whatever and hang out. And they were filming the TV show The Incredible Hulk with Bill Bixby. And so we were hanging out back here, and all the people that were working all them trucks, they were really nice because we were just watching. They weren't filming here though, they were filming up the street. So they were like, hey, they were letting us eat every day off the catering truck. It was like all spread out like a buffet. They were letting us eat there every day, which was really nice because we didn't have no money. And this one big, huge, buff black dude, big, huge, this guy was huge. I have no idea who this guy was. And I was just amazed because, I'm just a little kid looking up at this dude. I was like, wow. I was like, excuse me, sir, what is your job? And he said, I am the Hulk. I'm his double. And I was like, but you're black, which was kind of funny at the time. And he looked at me, he goes, it doesn't matter, they paint you green no matter what. And I was like, that's pretty smart. That was pretty funny. So it was actually pretty cool. But we walked up the street and we watched them do a scene over and over. They were driving down the street and they went into some place over there, and I don't remember exactly what they were doing or what episode that might be in, but we used to come back here and play all the time, just kind of run around. But I'm going to actually walk through this area right here and go to the front. I don't even know what half this stuff is anymore. This is Burbank Historical Society, and it says museum. It says it's closed. Is it even? That'd be trippy to go in here. I've never been in here. I have no clue when they're open, but yeah, I remember this used to go through to the front. Let's take a look. Obviously, this is all different. I don't recognize a thing. I don't even know what half these places are. I just know about the rec center. So the rec center, we used to go in there and you get a card. You sign up for a card, it has your name and stuff on it, and you go up to the window and you can get a basketball. Oh yeah, okay, the tennis courts are still here. You can go get yourself a basketball. We also used to play ping pong. You have to buy the ball for all the time because people would break them. But you'd give them the card, you get a basketball, you could play basketball. When you're done, you bring the ball back, and then they give you your card back, and that was your exchange. They also had activities to do, like gymnastics and tumbling and different things. You'd paint the clay. There was all kinds of activities we did every day. And certain days had certain activities. But we would be here all day, every day while my mom was working, and then she'd come pick us up after work. This is probably 1978, 79, 80, somewhere around there. We're gonna come out here for a second. So a long time ago, this is a Lockheed F-104 right here. And a long time ago, this used to be gray, and it wasn't here. This airplane right here used to be stuck under the bridge up the street, and it just sat there for years and years. It just sat under the bridge. I don't know why. Maybe they had plans for this already. They didn't put this in till after we moved away or something. I mean, it sat there forever. But I'm assuming it's real. I'm assuming it's got no engines in it to make it lighter or whatever. But we'll go out here and get a better picture. And I'm guessing it's here for that historical society place. I don't know. But it's kind of cool having it right there because Burbank was Lockheed. I mean, that's why we moved away. My dad had to go to Atlanta for 2 years. He had 2 years to retire. So we moved to Atlanta for 2 years because the whole entire Burbank pretty much was the Lockheed, but Lockheed pulled out of Burbank. Like everybody's parents worked for Lockheed. It was kind of trippy. It's a G8 GTO. It's a GTO went by. Nice, like a newer one. So this is actually the front. Can't see it from the trees. I'll show the front in a minute, but there's also baseball fields right here. And when I was playing Little League, we normally didn't come over here to play. We played at Burroughs and some of the other parks. I think I played a couple games over here. But you know, you'd go all over the place and play all over the different towns and whatever in the Burbank Juniors, or what. I don't even know the name of the thing I was in. I'll show a picture of me in my baseball uniform, just so you guys can get a kick out of that. I was young at one time, and I had short hair at one time, but I'm gonna go ask these people if I could take some pictures in here. So this is the front of the rec center. Let's go see if they'll let me take pictures in here. All right, so this is a long time ago. So there used to be two ping pong tables right here. And then over here, there used to be a caroms and a maze. And you'd have to put the thing in for the pool cues or whatever. And then there was two ping pong tables like right here, and they had a little thing. I don't think they have it anymore. They used to have a little thing. It was like a gumball machine, and you'd put your money in it and turn it. You'd have to buy the ball because everybody would break the ball. And they would like do it on purpose because the big kids would stand here and slam it and break it. But they still have the basketball courts in here and stuff, and they're doing some other stuff. And then down this door right here, there's rooms down in there, and that's where all the activities were. And the young lady just told me that they still do stuff down there, and they have dance and stuff. There used to be tap dancing down there and some other aerobics, because that was the 80s. And then right here, this door used to not be here. This was just a window or a wall, and there used to be benches right here. And that's probably not a big deal to some people, but we used to sit there and watch the other people play. And the Esquivals used to be dropped off here every day as well. Tommy and Clay and their sister, who I forgot her name, Johanna, I think that was her. And she was sitting here one day, and if she ever watches this, she's an adult now, but she peed on there, which we thought was hilarious at the time. But I thought that was pretty funny. Also, there's a stage over there on the other side. I'm actually gonna walk over there real quick. So I'm actually out here on the basketball court part, and there's a stage right here. Now, I might go over to McCambridge, I'm not sure yet, so I'm gonna tell a couple stories from right here. This right here, they used to have a trampoline that they would put on here, and the bigger kids would go actually all the way up there. I'm not kidding. They would go all the way to the top where like their heads would go up there, and they'd be doing flips and stuff. We were little, we would you know, flip and whatever, but it was really cool. They would do that once or twice a week, and you would really look forward to that day because that was a really cool activity that you can do. Most kids would just stand here and play basketball all day, but after a while it gets boring. You know, you got to run around, do some of the other stuff. Now, McCambridge has a stage just like this. I'm going to tell this story here in case I don't go over there, okay? McCambridge has a stage just like this, and they have a thing. It's exactly like this. It's just over on the other side of town. The reason why I'm mentioning that is because in Back to the Future, I don't know if that's part 1 or 2, if it's part 1, he auditions for a band. Marty McFly auditions. His band is up here auditioning to play at the dance or whatever it is. And they're on that stage. That's inside McCambridge Park. It looks exactly like this. This is Olive Rec. We call it McCambridge Park. I guess it's McCambridge Rec Center. I'm not sure. So I just want to show some of that stuff, and we'll go walk around outside for a minute and head on out to the next destination. That was really cool. That was cool that they let me do that. That was awesome. Thank you so much. Sorry I didn't get your names, young ladies. Thank you for letting me do that. That was awesome. I'm gonna go take a look at the baseball fields for a second, because I don't see the gigantic stands that are, they used to have this big stands over here. You'll see in a second. We'll go over here for a second. Take a look around. They've always had these baseball fields here as far as I can remember. I'm gonna go stand over here just so that the fence ain't in the way. So I don't know what this is either. This says Burbank Walk of Fame, and I will take a picture of that and read it later. So anyway, there's 4 baseball fields. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4 over there. And it's cool, they got a stand over there, like bleachers. They usually just have like bleachers like this, you know, and they even had these. I mean, obviously these aren't the same exact ones when we were younger, but they've always had like the little bleachers right there. But that's new. That's cool. It's like an actual like stands, like bleachers, like with seats. But over here, for like, I didn't even know it was gone. There was a big, huge one over here. It was a big cement one in this corner right here. And that was like the more important field I guess you'd play on, because every time I played baseball, if we came over here, it'd be on one of these. And you could see how they back up to each other. But when you're playing Little League, you can't hit the ball into the other field. And usually, I don't even remember 4 games at the same time going, but I'm sure that they do. I think they kind of stagger, even though you're all here at the same time. The games aren't, you know, all together. Good. Now that I ride a BMX bike, look how perfect that tree is right there to go up and do some tricks on. Look at that. I mean, it's great for climbing, but for a bike, man, you can come up here, do a trick, come down, fakie back down. You can do so much with that tree. Most people don't think of stuff like that. And every time I'm driving around, I'll see something. Hey, that's a great place for a bike. That's a great place for a skateboard. And I guess most people don't think that way, but everybody I know does. So they call this the George Izay Park. I'm guessing that's what this stuff is called. I don't know. This is probably a better shot of the front. It's hard to do with all the trees. I mean, it looks nice, but there's so many stories that we could tell from here, because as little kids, we were here for quite a while doing things, you know. We were just kind of here all day. You know, in the generation that I grew up in, we had no parents at home. So most of the time you either just stayed home, you know, or they drop you off here, I guess, or McCambridge. I mean, my wife went to McCambridge all the time and swam in the pool all day, you know, or Verdugo Park had a pool. These people don't have a pool here, but I just thought it would be cool. Well, looks cool. Let me get a shot of these palm trees with the airplane from my wife, and we'll head on out.